All right, take 944 because I forgot to plug in the mic. What's up, guys? My name is Danny. This is my very first video on this page for you guys. So this has been the longest time coming I think I've ever waited ever in my life. So finally, I'm starting drag, y'all. I just wanted to share my story with you guys, tell you guys a little bit about myself so you guys can join me on this journey I'm going on. I am 25. I am from, where am I from? I am from Saigon, Vietnam, or also known as Ho Chi Minh City. Currently now live in Orlando, Florida. Alright, so before we dig into all of the good juicy stuff, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'm actually only going to record this once, so I'm not going to re-edit it. I eventually came with my family to the US in '97. I was around 4 or 5 years old. Lived a regular life with my family. Eventually had two younger brothers who I loved dearly. But in 2001, my parents got a divorce, and that's when everything flipped on me. And before I continue this story, I love my parents to death. The past is the past. They are amazing parents now. That's all I can ask for. But long story short, I can make a full detailed story if I have anyone listen to me even. My mom basically cheated on my father, and she started a new life somewhere else. She still loved us, but that's what she just wanted to do. And in that process, I did not have a mother figure, and I would just be depressed and crying all the time. That one kid in school that like never had their parents any meetings, like everything a child should have, I didn't. I'm grateful for what I did have, which was my grandparents. My grandparents raised me from 7 years old until now, so I owe them my life. So when I was young, my mom was my best friend. We did every single thing together. We played video games together. I remember us playing Crash Bandicoot. I remember us having a competition on who can roll meatballs the quickest. My mom was, well, she still is the best. But once after the divorce happened, I started seeing my mom less and less, and as a child, not having your mom, it just kind of suppresses everything. You just get sad, you know, like you're just, which affected me a lot more than I realized. I would suppress my feelings, I would suppress my creativity, I just didn't want to speak as much. So it's just not having that rock behind you. Anything that anyone would say, any little tease any bully would say, gets you, because there's no one telling you that's not true, baby, or that's not this, that's not that, which kind of molds you as a person. It shouldn't, but it naturally just does. And in 2015, depression just kicked my ass out of nowhere. At the time, I was currently working, I'm actually still working there right now. I manage a restaurant in downtown Orlando, and you know, I just was doing life. I had really nothing going on. I just kind of went as the days rolled by. You guys know what I'm talking about? Thumbs up if you guys know what I'm talking about. When you just get lost in this cycle, like you feel like nothing's happening for you. And at that time, I had a boyfriend too, and day by day, I just saw myself deteriorating. Not giving my current lover at that time attention, not giving my family attention, not giving my friends enough attention, because every day I was just stuck in my head, lost in this cycle of what am I gonna do with my life? And for me, I felt like I've dabbled in everything growing up, not knowing what the hell I wanted to do. Maybe I modeled here and there, I did a little acting here and there, didn't really find passion in either of those. Wanted to start fashion designing, dabbled in it, backed out, started cosplaying as well, insert picture here. That kind of fizzled out as well, and then FX makeup, I tried to learn FX makeup as well, which lasted for a couple months, and of course YouTubing. I've tried to start YouTubing many times, but I just never had authentic content to share, and I just didn't want to share with you guys. So now, this is the time. This is the time to shine. And that's a little bit about me. So let me wrap this up before Anya whoops my ass, and here's Anya. Oh no. My stones fell off. Alright guys, just leave a thumbs up if my hair's crooked, or if you see any flaws, thumbs up, thumbs up. But if I look gorgeous, subscribe. What am I supposed to be talking about? I am Anya Shirashi, mother of the house of Shirashi. You know, I'm actually the only person, but we won't talk about that. So, just a little backstory of my name, Anya Shirashi. If anyone here is a true top model fan like I am, Anya was on cycle 10 of America's Next Top Model. So Anya's this really cute, small, dainty Russian girl who was raised in Hawaii, and she was my favorite top model of all time. She didn't win, but this Anya will. She lost, but I would sure carry that throne on for her though. Enough of the Shirashi part. A little educational moment as well. Shirashi comes from the word sarashi, which is the Japanese word for this. A shirashi is a bowl with sushi rice and a bunch of delicious fish on top, and obviously I'm not serving pork. And I just want to let you guys know, this is my 3rd week of drag. So this is all new, less than a month. Just realized my hands were blue. Oh well. Back to what we were talking about. So this is my very first wig I bought when I first started drag 3 weeks ago. It's a Lucy hair wig. It's amazing. The lace is amazing. It was like $40 on Amazon. It's a little crunchy right now since it's my first wig, but it'll get better. I promise. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Said my mother is one of my biggest inspirations for doing this, so I actually don't want to tell her. I actually want to have my brothers ask her to go out, and then I want to be dramatic, and I want them to be like, and here comes Anya, and she's gonna be like, who's that? And then I'm gonna walk on stage and she's gonna be like, that's me. I'm gonna be like, that's the goal. I want to make my mom happy because my mom pretty much looks like this. Lavender hair, wing line and everything. I'm kidding. No, my mother is really a very beautiful woman. That's why I aspired to look like her. And then now to talk about some of the drag part, I'll talk to you guys about some pros and cons. Let's start with mentally first. Let's start with cons first. I'm just getting high here. Cons. Mentally, it's more about the stigma mentally. The negative part for that is you have to accept that everything you have done in your life is going to be different because you are now doing drag. For me, Danny is his own person. Anya is a art project. Anya is a business as well. So that's why I can separate those two. That's one thing I was thinking about when I first started. So it's not really negative, it's just something you have to think about. Another negative is how much you freak out because you're like, oh my goodness, there's so much I have to learn. You gotta learn how to sew, you gotta learn how to do hair, you gotta learn how to do makeup, you gotta be a performer. Anxiety just all over the place. And then another thing is when you think someone's really hot, the chances of you saying, oh, let me go up to them are a lot lower when you're in drag. I'm just gonna say that. And then for the positives, I would say, is probably the most liberating feeling I've ever had. Said from suppressing everything for so long, it was the most liberating feeling to just not care what people really thought about you. I also think when you I heard Bibi Zahara Benet say this, but when you actually put out a product that you actually, this needs layers. When you actually believe in the project, you can stand by it. It doesn't matter what people think. As long as you think it's amazing, then who cares what they think? Being able to express my creative freedom, that's a huge one. And I think the best part about it is honestly not having to live with that cycle of depression, not knowing what I'm gonna do next. I'm doing this, I've been working at this every single day since, so I'm so excited. And then physically, last but not least, physically, the negative things, your feet hurt, you can't see anything, your nails are about to break off because you're gonna hit this on every single thing. You spend way too much money on makeup, hair, and shoes when you don't have any money. Like my first time going out to Southern Nights, Orlando 2 nights ago, I was in the car, my roommate was speeding, my nails were coming off, I couldn't breathe because of my corset, my hair was in my way, sticking to my lip gloss, blah, 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 blah. And physically, aesthetically, you just look good. you know? So to wrap up this video, let me just tell you guys what I plan on doing for the next couple months. Well, I would like to eventually start performing because I technically haven't performed yet. And then after that, I want to just start making a name for myself. I want to compete and stuff. I want to compete in Orlando's Drag Race pretty soon, just to, you know, get my creative juices flowing. But yeah, hopefully I can make some more videos. Do you guys want to see more of me? What do you guys want to see? Like I said, I don't really know much about drag. I just started, so everything I'm learning through YouTube as well. So what, do you guys want to follow me on my venture? If you do, please hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friend, post about me. Don't post about me, but just think about me. All right, guys, our time has come to an end, but I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much for stopping on this video to watch me for whatever reason. It means the world to me, and I hope to have more content for you guys soon. And let's get this ball rolling. Let's live the dream. All right, Anya signing off.